And welcome everyone to another episode of Freaky Tales on this fine Sunday evening. I want to thank everybody who tuned in, everybody on the live chat, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat, everybody who liked, comment, subscribed, unsubscribed. I want to thank all the podcasters, the fake pages that are tuning in. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Other than that, as we get closer, I'll be posting up the flyer for our Sunday afternoon in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be out there closer to the end of the month. Anybody out there in Arizona that want to come out to a show, come out. I'll shoot all the info the next time we go live on Freaky Tales. But it will be a live performance from Phoenix, Arizona, downtown. And we're going to have a great time. And this is actually a day show inside. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to meet some of you Freaky Tale fans at the show. Other than that, without further ado, please allow me to introduce once again my co-hosts on this fine Sunday evening. Ricky J. How are you, Ricky?
Tony. What's up, man?
Hey, first and foremost, congratulations to the Dodgers.
Yes, sir.
That was an awesome game.
They celebrated well over here in LA.
Yes. You know, it's funny. A lot of people say that they got their food stamps taken away, but they were able to buy fireworks.
That's a really good point. And spray paint.
Yes. Now you're going to have to eat top ramen the rest of the month.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's turkey flavor.
But you're able to blow stuff up at least.
Yeah. Other than that, you know what? First and foremost, how was your Halloween?
Good, man. Good. Took the kids trick-or-treating. Passed out candy, so that was fun. My wife enjoyed that. She stood behind while I walked with my older kids around the block. That's good. That's good. I had a good time. I usually do the whole graveyard thing, but I wanted to take the year off, man. So I went ahead and did my own thing. So I had a great time. You enjoyed it?
Oh, I loved it. I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of the year. September and October is Halloween for me. Then when the day comes, like October 31st or whatever, you know, I'm like, let's get it over with.
I'll tell you what, though. I didn't care for Halloween as much until I met my wife.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. She loved it so much that, like, you start to get into it more because you see how happy it makes her. And now, like, I full blown love it. It's like, for me, I still love Christmas the most. Nothing tops Christmas for me. I love Christmas. Oh, dude, I love Christmas time. I mean, Christmas magic?
I mean, I loved it when I was a kid, but now just Halloween is my thing. And that's why I'm doing Freaky Tales. Maybe we should do Christmas Tales. I don't know.
Yeah, Christmas magic, bro. Come on. Jingle All the Way?
You know what? I was at Universal when they were filming the parade for Jingle All the Way.
No way.
Yes. I saw the real life Turbo Man.
Dude, that's one of my favorite Christmas movies. I got it defrosting right now, ready to push play.
I'll make sure to get you Booster.
Oh, I like Booster. Booster's cool.
You're the only guy that likes Booster. What the hell?
I'll take it.
But somebody put in the live chat, I traded my food stamps for a blow up doll. But Ray Rice, what up, Tony A. the Wizard? What's up? Ray Rice is a day one. Got to give him a shout out. But yeah, you know what? I had a great time last night. I was sipping on whiskey, bro, and I prophesied that Dodgers were going to come back, and we came back, and it was amazing though. But other than that, Halloween was dope. We're back to Freaky Tales. We got a good title for tonight. You know, let's get into it. The theme is grave robbing. Okay. Grave robbing. Now, I was 9 years old when I first heard of my first grave robbing.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to show everyone my cool cup. I'm bringing my 90s kid aura here, okay?
Yes.
This is the Nickelodeon cup I mentioned last podcast. You can see we have the Rugrats, Hey Arnold, we got Cat Dog, and we got one of my personal favorites of all time, SpongeBob, up until like season 3. After that, it got weird. That's when you got the rainbow and everything.
Yeah, no, but Cat Dog. Remember I told you we had a guy, Cat Dog, and then the other guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Now, the first time that I ever heard of grave robbing, I was 9 years old, and the year was 1977.
Okay.
I was born in 68. I was 9 years old. And you will never guess whose grave they try to rob.
How old were you?
I was 9 years old. 1977.
Whose grave they tried to rob. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try to guess?
Try to guess. It's somebody very famous.
Political?
No.
Pop star?
Yeah, you would say pop star, but I think he was, let's just say he was a singer and also an actor.
Oh, shoot.
Big.
Not Elvis Presley, right?
Elvis Presley.
Wow. They try to rob his grave?
Yes.
How far did they get?
Well, 4 men got arrested in August 1977 for attempting to steal Elvis Presley's body from Forest Hill Cemetery for ransom.
No way.
For ransom. I mean, look, to a lot of people, Elvis was bigger than life.
Oh, yeah. No,
for a lot of people, bro.
I grew up listening to him.
Okay, then it says the failed attempt led to his father, Vernon Presley, requesting permission to move his son's body to Graceland for security, where he was reinterred along with his mother, Gladys. The plot of August 29, 1977, shortly after Elvis' death, police arrested 4 men who they said had a plan to break into the cemetery mausoleum, steal his body, and hold it for ransom. Like, here's my thing. Were these people that crazy that they were going to break into a mausoleum, take his body, like, out of the casket, take the casket with them, and then just say, give us money or, you know.
Yeah, because how long before that did he die?
They said it was a few days after, I guess.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, so he's probably starting to stink.
Well, but he was already buried, though. So they were trying to grave rob.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He was already embalmed. He was hard already. You know what I mean by not
Pause.
yeah. So anyways, the arrest. Police have received a tip and were watching the cemetery, leading to the arrest of the suspect. So they eventually ended up going to moving him from there because they were trying to take his body. But now, I'm going to say this. I think it takes a special kind of weirdo. I don't handle death good. I can't be around dead bodies.
Really?
Okay? I can't, bro. That's just not me. But it takes to be able to, like, open it up and see him, you know, however he was, and they say, hell yeah, we got it. We're going to make some money off of him. I couldn't do that to somebody, bro. I seen a disturbing video, and I sent it to a friend of mine who said that his family used to own mortuaries.
Okay.
So I've had him here before, guys, on Freaky Tales. And I sent him a video of, there was a black family that I guess they were taking their son or somebody. He was already, I don't know if he was in his 20s or what, but he was already dead. Uh-huh. They put his body, or the casket, in the hearse. Somebody rolled up that wasn't family, opened up the casket right in front of the family, grabbed the body and threw his ass out. Yes, bro. Yeah, they threw him like on a car, and the body's just laying there. The family's going crazy trying to stop this man because this man pulls out the body, drags it out. He looks like maybe between 25, 29-year-old black man, and he just starts swinging on the body.
What?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So I sent it to him and I go, hey, bro, do you think this is fake? And he said, no, that's real. That's real because I can tell. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I don't think he was trying to rob him. Well, kind of, because supposedly the story behind that, after reading the comments, people were kind of chiming in. They were saying that this man owed this man money. But what are you going to do now, Rick?
Yeah. You already won the game of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
But to disrespect the family like that, the guy's already gone, bro.
And what could happen? Like, how does it work legally at that point?
I know. It's not assault. The guy's already dead.
That's what I'm saying. Unless it's just like messing with a dead body. I'm sure there's a law out there for that. There's a law for everything.
Yeah. So they ended up moving the body to Graceland. Let's see, the move to Graceland. Shaken by the incident, Elvis' father, Vernon, successfully petitioned the city to move the bodies of Elvis and the mother, Gladys, to Meditation Garden, Graceland. So that's what happened in 1977. So that was, and there was a magazine back in the day, a lot of you guys, I'm giving away my age, it used to be called the Inquirer and the Star magazine. These were like newspapers, but they were like in a magazine form, but it was an actual newspaper. And I knew a lot of that stuff in there was lies.
Okay.
You know, it was almost like getting TMZ in a newspaper. You know, even though TMZ supposedly tells the truth, right?
Yeah.
But it was that kind of news on there. And that's when I first saw it. And it was at a market. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember a market called Lucky's?
No.
Okay. There used to be a market right across the street where the school was at called Lucky's.
It was a chain? It was more than one?
Yeah, it was more than one. It was like a Albertsons type of deal.
Oh, okay.
Ralph's. But that's where I read it. And I said to myself, who would, and I envisioned men trying to break into a grave, you know, digging him up and taking him. I just don't see who would do that. Now, in Egypt, we find that a lot of these Egyptians would bury themselves with furniture, chariots at times, all depending on how much money you had, with gold, you know, things that they felt they could take with them in the afterlife.
Yeah.
So they would have grave robbers.
Yes.
Go in there and take those things, maybe sell them to antique shops or to people that find, you know, those things neat or expensive, or, you know.
I think I heard a story recently of not that they robbed it, but just speaking of art, like items being within the graves, because I wonder how much of the things that get buried to people, like if they curse them, you know what I mean, or if they put a spell on them of some sort. But there was these dudes when they found King Tut's tomb. I think the dude that opened the tomb died like 2 days later.
That's what I heard too. And then people were saying it was the curse of Tutankhamun, you know,
something like. And I think that they found writings that said, "Curse be the person who opens this tomb," or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick,
Go ahead.
Tell me.
How long does a person have to be dead for you to excavate it and be considered grave robbing?
That's a good question.
How long does a person have to be dead?
Yeah, like, so if you're like a ancient tomb, like if you go into an ancient tomb, you know, is that grave robbing, or is that really just?
Or are you a tomb raider?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me read to you a little bit over here. Grave robbers are individuals who legally unearth burial sites and steal bodies or artifacts, a practice historically motivated by the desire for treasure, or in the 18th and 19th centuries to supply bodies for medical, God, what is that word right there? Dissection.
Okay.
Okay. This illegal activity, also known as body snatching, faced public opposition when it led to the development of security measures like mort safes. Okay. We'll get into what mort safes are, which I found that it's almost like a cage on top of
a mortuary safe. Is that what that means?
Yeah, because you're gonna have to break that before you get into the actual casket.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It says, let me see. Today, grave robbing is a serious crime and is sometimes used in the context of modern day theft of human remains or relics. So some people would steal body parts for an example. I know I shared this before, the story of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
This is a wild one, and Jeffrey Dahmer was like an Ed Gein in a sense too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
He wouldn't wear the body parts; he would eat them. Okay, Jeffrey Dahmer. Now, his mother did an interview after his death. She said certain things that they didn't put in the movie. They didn't like the way they represented him in the movie, but even though it was all true. Okay.
You made him seem like a crazy person in the movie.
Yeah. So what happened was this. The mother said that he would eat his breakfast, look at the newspaper, find where there was going to be like a viewing or a funeral, and attend. Okay. Then the majority of the time, this part they didn't put in the movie, in the series and on Netflix. But the mother said that he would attend like if he was a family member. Wait till
Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Yeah.
Wait till everybody left, and then at times while the casket was still out there and fresh, He'd open it when everybody was gone, and he would cuddle or have sex with that person.
No way.
Yeah, there was even times that she said that he would actually even dig up the bodies.
Necrophilia, that's what it's called, right?
Yes. He even dig up the bodies just to be close to them, to cuddle with them and stuff like that. Like, it's hard for me to understand that, but he was somewhat of a grave robber as well. But he was a grave molester.
That's just, dude.
Yeah, it's insane, bro. It's sick. It's sick that people could think like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get dressed up. Mom, I'm gonna go to cleaners. I'm gonna get my suit. I'm gonna attend the funeral. And you don't even know the people.
And nobody questions it, huh?
No.
Like, nobody there is be like, oh, hey, how did you know the person that passed?
Yeah.
He was my lover.
Treasure hunting. Many ancient examples, such as robbing of Egyptian tombs, involving stealing valuable grave goods, such as jewelry and other artifacts to sell. So I guess there's a lot of people that wouldn't, or that do rob, grave sites, or should I say tombs, open them up, take whatever they have. I'll give you one example. I attended a funeral maybe 16 years ago. Okay. One individual that took himself out. Okay. As he was laying in the casket, he had a lot of friends from the streets that were ballers. And as they were walking by his casket and paying their respects, they were kissing him and touching his hand, they were throwing wads of money in there. Like, here you go, champ. Wads like this, bro. Like, rubber band, wads like that. By the time I got to it, his entire chest was just covered with wads of money. Like, they just went throwing them like that. They made sure they taped them, rubber band them. Boom, boom, bands. And his entire chest. Bro, there must have been, if those were all thousands, $50,000, $60,000.
Dang.
Okay? And these guys, I guess, were trying to throw in the biggest wads to show off they were the biggest dealer, So,
weird
guys,
flex.
Yeah, let me go ahead, flexing, Then they closed it. And the parents said, it's fine. Because the people in the mortuary said, you don't want to take this out and give it to the family? No, it stays with him. Everybody stays with him. So the parents said, that's fine.
What do you think the mortuary person did? What are they called? Mortician.
Yeah. What do you think they
what
did?
Do you think? Put a vote up for that.
Okay. So a lot of money. No, so now, can you imagine somebody saying, man, there's a lot of freaking money in there. Let me wait till everybody leaves.
You can only assume they would, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially because, I don't know, I haven't dealt with much personal, bless you. I haven't dealt with much personal death in my family. Thank God,
Yeah.
But I don't know how it works really after they close the casket at the viewing, basically. And then it goes from the viewing to the
actual gravesite.
Yeah. Because sometimes I've seen it to where it's a viewing the day before and then the person's left there overnight and then buried the next morning. Like, my grandfather was viewed and then buried the same day. But he was in the military, so they probably had it scheduled that way.
Probably. But once again, okay, medical dissection. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the demand for an anatomical study drove a significant increase in grave robbings or body snatching. Individuals were hired to dig up freshly buried bodies, with payment often based on the difficulty of the season, higher prices in the winter.
Because it was harder to deal with frozen mud?
Yes. To combat this, families sometimes resorted to an elaborate security measure, such as hiring guards, using large stone slabs or graves, or placing coffins inside iron cages called mort safes. I thought it was mortar safes, but it's mort safes.
Mortar safe sounds cool.
Yeah. So famous cases, the infamous Burke and Hare murders in Scotland are well-known examples where grave robbing escalated to murder to obtain bodies for sale to medical schools.
Wow.
Now, I think we can go a step further because
that's crazy.
Look, I don't think that we can just keep it at grave robbing, like dig up a body. I think that there's morticians that have possibly have sold body parts.
How freaky you want to get?
Yeah.
I think that they do that at abortion clinics.
Really?
100%.
Okay. I don't know if this story is true because I only read it in one place.
Yeah.
I asked the same guy that owned a family owns mortuaries, and he told me that this was true. It is possible. There was a woman that claimed that she had sex with a body that just came in.
A woman had sex with a body that
worked
came in?
there. She worked there at the mortuary. Some sick trick, okay? And apparently that a man can still get hard at times.
Rigor mortis, I guess, right?
Well, she got on top and he in her.
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, now here's the crazy part, okay? Again, whether this is true or not, I read this one place, okay? And it said she got pregnant from him, got pregnant, and then was trying to contact his family for child support.
It was the father's spawn?
Some dude with a hard willy that was already dead.
That's crazy. I've never heard anything like that.
Look it up, guys, okay? But there's been women like that, and I've also heard that there's some crazy women that have played with these men, okay? And then there's also, for an example, this guy also told, and he said it here at Freaky Tales, he said that, I'm trying to remember exactly the story word for word, that his father or somebody worked on Marilyn Monroe's body, okay?
Okay.
And that some of the people that knew who she was, look, I'm just going to tell you, okay?
They went in, they had their way with her?
No. Well, kind of, but not that way. You know what they did?
Tell me.
They actually took hairs from her down there and put them in a bag and kept them.
What the heck? They could have just said it was hers and lied and sold it. Homeboys in the restroom just...
Yeah. But some people are just willing to go that far. Like, let me clip their toenails and keep them.
Did you hear about I read about this dude? Because you mentioned earlier, people donate their family's bodies, or people that die also are willing to give themselves up for research.
Right.
So this dude knew that his mom passed away.
Okay.
And he knew that she wanted to be donated for research, right? Scientific research.
Yeah.
And then he got mad because they used her body in a crash test.
Oh, no.
I mean, research, I guess. Did you ever hear about like people that change their mind on being organ donors because they have this notion in their head, which honestly you don't know, right?
Right.
That they're not going to try to revive you if you're an organ donor, or they're not going to work as hard.
Right. Like, you're gone already.
Everything in you kind of makes sense as to why they wouldn't, since they can use your body either way.
Look, I truly do believe this, and this is on a different note, that if you're somewhat older now,
Yeah.
and you got something that could be treatable, they'll just speed it up. They'll speed up your death. Okay?
Do you think there's cures for pretty much anything? We got a yup from Alex, if you guys didn't hear that.
I'm going to say yes. We know that there is. We know that there is, but the pharmaceutical company is in business to keep you sick.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay? We know that.
Now that's freaky.
Okay? I'm going to give you a story. Okay? And, man, I got to turn these off. Stop blowing me up, everybody. Damn.
Do not disturb. DND.
No, I know, but... Okay.
You're popular, Tony.
This stupid bastard who won't stop. I'm sorry about that, guys. But
Nobody in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. I I knew a man that was a very, very good friend of mine, and he was actually very instrumental in my life when it came to gaining knowledge and wisdom. Okay. Very, very conservative man. Every time I saw this man, daily, he always wore a suit.
Really?
He was one of those gentlemen. Okay. Older man, I want to say maybe early 70s. When I met him, just the way I met him, it was just, he was meant to be in my life. Okay. And we would sit down, drink coffee, talk about everything. And one day, and I'm speeding things up because I've known him for several years. One day he just tells me, hey, do you think you could take me to the hospital? And I said, okay, yeah, I could take you to the hospital. I'm going to tell you this. Whatever he had could have been fixed, but he came back, not there anymore. It was almost like this man was drugged and he was starting to lose his mind.
And did they put him on a prescription or
Yes.
something? Sheesh.
Yes.
So you know what he had?
No, I didn't. I didn't bother asking him. But there were times where like he would start talking and he would start saying some gibberish and then he would catch himself. And then here's how I noticed it, because after a while I saw him wearing some jeans and just a white shirt, and he never dressed like that. Okay?
Oh.
He wasn't even combing his hair anymore. He was always well shaved.
Like mentally he was breaking down.
Yes, he was breaking down. And I saw him and he goes, and he asked me, Tony, can you take me back to the hospital, please? And I said, okay, do you want me to stay with you this time? And he said, no. He said, I'm fine. He said, just take me back. When he came back even crazier, bro.
See, yeah, dude, like my mother fought breast cancer, right? And she beat it so far. She's in remission. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
But like, I would call my mom and ask her like how she's doing, how the doctor's appointment was, and all that stuff. And you know, they said like she's free and clear, so on and so forth. And they removed the cancers, and they would be like, yeah, but the doctor said she wants to put me on these new pills. That's basically like, I don't know, like radiation pills, basically.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm talking to my wife about it, and my wife's like why if she's cancer free?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking the same thing. So I start telling my mom, like, why are they putting you on this still? If the doctor goes, hey, the doctor tells you, Tony, hey, you're good, but we want to put you on this just for extra precaution. It's like, so am I good or not?
Yeah.
Because I think you cut it all out of me.
Yeah.
So it's pissing me off. So I told my mom, tell him, I said, you get checkups every 3 months or 2 months. Forget the pills.
Yeah. So
I don't know, man. I mean, doctors save lives, but I don't know.
Right.
Like the pharmaceuticals, dude. Like you said it. The money's in the sickness, not in the cure.
Right. So what happened was, to finish off the story, he asks me when he was able to gather a little bit of his when he was thinking sane, if you will, sound. He asked me, "Can you write down your phone number on this little piece of paper?" And I said, okay, is everything all right? He goes, yes, I just need to go take a walk. And I said, okay, this thing's about to flood. So I said, okay.
Try to do a no looker.
No, I was looking. So what happened was I wrote down, he goes, write down your name. So I put down my name, phone number, and then I saw him write something. And then he put it in his wallet. And he says, he goes, okay, brother, I'll see you around. And I didn't like the way that sounded. He was wearing like some hard shoes, like some nice like church shoes with no socks, jeans, and a white shirt. And he never dressed like that. And I said, are you okay? He goes, yeah. And he left. Never saw him again, okay? Never saw him again. I received a phone call like 2 days later. And it was a girl that said, hey, listen, I found the wallet and it belonged to this individual. I have his ID here and everything. He still has some money in here, but there's a note that says, if anything ever happens to me, call. It said my name and my number. So I'm calling you. And I said, where are you at? Right here at Banning Park. And I said, okay, I'll be right there. Went over there. She said she was walking around. She saw some change on the floor. She followed it, and there was a wallet open right there with all of his stuff. And I go, it wasn't in the trash or anything? He goes, no, it was just thrown. And I said, okay, that belongs to a friend of mine. So I waited. Came home, And I thought, let me just go to the police. So I went to Harbor Division, and I gave them all the information. And I said, I can't find him. I don't know where he's at. And then one of the cop ladies said, you know what? I'm going to do you one right now, and I'm going to call downtown coroner's office. And I'm going to ask. Well, they had him there.
Oh.
He apparently somebody saw him running down PCH, going into Long Beach, hopped over the railing of a bridge where there was water, and he didn't know how to swim. I knew he didn't know how to swim, and he killed himself.
What?
Yeah, that was my last memory of him, and so yeah. Now I said all that to say this: that didn't happen until we started going to the hospital.
That's a crazy story.
Maybe
Yeah.
he had dementia.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Overnight.
Though. Yeah, he's saying it. He changed when he came back from the hospital.
Well, I know somebody that with the kind of the same story, but it took a little bit longer. But he got dementia, and it was from a stroke. He had a stroke when he was young, and he never took care of it. So I guess it clogged some arteries or some blood vessels in his brain, and it slowly was killing his brain.
How do they know that?
Well, that's what they told him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, this guy didn't have anything like that. I knew him for several years, and everything was overnight when he got back from the hospital. So,
what was the time frame that like between when he got back from the hospital to I guess his
a week
unaliving? No way.
A week. Yeah, I took him back the same week. Put it this way: if I sat here and I tell you the things that he told me within that week, I knew he wasn't the same anymore. Okay, I knew he wasn't the same anymore. I'll give you one. Okay, and it saddens me to share this, but I'm going to share it with you. We were having dinner here, and he said, "Can I use your restroom?" And I said, "Yeah." He comes back, and he's wigged out, and he says, "You know what they put inside of me? You know what they put inside of me?" And I said, "What?" And he goes, "They put the mark of the beast in me."
No way.
And I said, "Show me where." Keep in mind, I'm not challenging him. I'm trying to understand him. So he turns around, pulls up his shirt, and he goes, "It's right here. They put it on my spine." And I said, "Okay, so it's right there. You know it's the mark of the beast?" And he said, "Yes." But I knew he wasn't there no more.
Yeah.
You know, and he goes, "You need to take me back to the hospital so they can take it out." And I said, what are you going to tell them?" "Well, they need to give me some type of medication so we can dissolve or something." And I just listened.
Yeah, okay. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, so I just said, "Okay, I'll take you tomorrow then." And he said, "Okay." And that was it. Then he came back. Then that's when I signed, my name and my number, and then that's when I got the phone call, like the next day. So 2 days later.
Oh, that's a sad story.
Yeah, bro. But like I said, I don't know how we got into that, but when it came to grave robbing, I said that the pharmaceutical companies they're in business to keep you sick.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a lot of people that are in the graves right now today because it was the hospital's fault. And guess what? There are people that died and, maybe got buried with certain things, and people get greedy and say, "Hey, you know what? He took it with him."
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I believe that there's a lot of valuables in those graves, in those caskets, unless the mortuary people take them out. Because let me tell you something, temptation's a mother, okay? That when somebody sees about 50, 60 grand inside that casket, and they're the only ones that have access.
And especially if you go, "You sure you guys don't want it?" Like almost like take the money, like it's in there. And the family's like, "No."
Yeah, they gave it to him, keep it in there.
They do right now. I think of like last year. I don't know if you guys remember. They had found like a van full of dead bodies.
A what?
A van full of dead bodies.
Okay.
And even a storage place full of dead bodies. And it was like, they were still investigating about it, But it wasn't grave robbing. But supposedly it was like bodies that were donated.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I remember something different. I remember an old news clip of this dude. Nobody knows who it is, but he threw a bag of like kidneys at the hospital door. A bag of them.
A bag of kidneys. Wow.
Yeah, right? Nobody knows who it is. fact checks me, chat, because I'm pretty sure I've seen this. And then it goes to like a doctor at the hospital,
Right.
And they were looking at the kidneys and all this stuff in the bag, and they said they were all pristine, right? Like they were all great condition.
Where did he get them from?
Exactly.
That's the question now.
And nobody seemed to care in the end. They were just like, wow, this is actually, a lot of people can use these to save a lot of lives. Like, it looks like a lot of lives were taken for those kidneys there, Bubba.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy. How do we get on that grave robbing?
Well,
because organ donating.
Well, organ donor. Let's talk about an organ donor.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with George Lopez lately, but he looks like a nasty,
He looks
stray dog. Okay.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Shaggy DA. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie. Okay.
That dude's losing his mind, in my opinion.
Yeah. So what happened was,
Humbly.
the reason why he lost a lot of his audience was because to his first wife, she gave him a kidney. Okay. So people say that he robbed her of a kidney. Then he ends up cheating on her, and then he ends up divorcing his wife for another woman.
Really?
After she broke him off with a kidney.
That's crazy.
So people were saying he needs to give that shit back, but he ain't giving it back. Bro, like I don't know, dude. I don't really care for dude. I used to like his stand-up comedy.
I used to too, and it just got to.
Yeah, and the way he is now is like, it's weird. Like I don't know what it is with a lot of these people that like they get rich and old and weird. Like
that, I think that's the combo. They get rich, old, and weird. They forget where they came from or how it's like for the average man, and then they think that they understand.
Yeah.
Rich, old, and weird. That should be a song. What's that song? Young, black, and rich. Rich, old, and weird.
Yeah, rich, old, and weird.
Yeah, remix.
Or we should just do a freaky tale on rich and old weird people.
And just have George Lopez's face unedited as the cover.
He looks like carne molida, bro. Seriously.
He just looks like pastrami thrown at the wall.
Yeah, bro. Terrible. He
looks crazy. I'm sorry. He looks like crazy, bro.
Look, if for any woman to look at that guy and say, wow, I'd be with him.
Well, he's rich, though.
There's a saying that says, make them laugh and they'll forget you're ugly. And maybe that's what he's doing.
I do believe that to an extent.
Right.
I've known some crusty dudes where I'm like, how'd you get her? But, he was funny and or a musician.
Or he had a lowrider.
Or a lowrider, yeah, because that's what's going to do it.
Yeah. I can make people laugh, but I
get a chick with her war paint.
Okay. Let's get into one of your stories. You had a story.
Oh, yeah, I got two.
Okay, go for it. Share one.
The attempted theft of Abraham Lincoln.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, in 1876. So in a bizarre extortion plot, a group of counterfeiters led by James Mulligan plotted to steal the remains of President Abraham Lincoln from his tomb in Oak Ridge Cemetery, Springfield, Illinois. Okay? On the night of November 7th, 1876, their goal was to, same thing, ransom his body for $200,000 and release of their imprisoned leader, engraver Benjamin Boyd, from a federal prison in Illinois. The conspirators, including undertaker Louis Swegler and carpenter Ron Todd, Lincoln's informant, had dug into the sarcophagus, but were interrupted. Here's the crazy part. By a Secret Service agent and accomplices posing as recruits.
Wow.
The Secret Service was that good back then.
Yeah.
They posed as recruits to be a part of this.
See, to me, I just can't, bro, like, it's hard for me to be around the dead, bro. It truly, truly is. I don't do funerals. I got friends that will tell me, like, when let's just say a certain artist, producer, or DJ passes away, I get invited because I've been there for a long time in the industry and I know a lot of these people.
Yeah.
But I will pay them my respects, and then I will tell them I will not be attending. Oh, not even for the homie, not even for that. You can't even show your respect. I do not do good around dead people. I want to remember him when I saw him smile, when he came over, when we talked. I don't want to see him dried up or sucked up in a coffin, bro.
Yeah. They never do, right?
I went to a friend's funeral that had hung himself. And look I only thought that this was in movies. Like there's a movie called Hang 'em High, and then there's The Good, Bad, and the Ugly with Clint Eastwood. And every time somebody got hung, they had that noose.
That rope burn.
This guy had that, bro. I thought that only existed in movies.
Wow.
He had it. And I said to myself, never again. There was another one where I respectfully shared this story. I won't mention names. Somebody put a 357 in his mouth, blew the back of his head off. Okay. And there were people there at this funeral with no respect for the family, with no respect. First and foremost, they should have been thankful that was an open casket because they put a cap on him so that his friends could say their final farewells. And you had people there at that funeral
Trying to remove it?
trying to remove the hat so they can see the hole in the back of his head.
Jesus Christ.
Okay?
It's not a small hole, dude.
Then you had disrespectful people. Okay? And believe me, I don't want to curse so bad right now. I go up there to see him, and this one weenie looks at me and goes, "Hey, Tony, you studied the Bible. Where did he go?"
Jeez.
And you know what I said? That's not up to me. I don't have a hell or a heaven to put anybody in. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah.
And I just walked away. Everybody was out getting drunk, sharing jokes. I came home and I said, never again. Because to a lot of these places, it becomes a shit show.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
So I'm cool. You can miss me and all that. I saw people throwing joints and just kept throwing 40-ounce bottles in there. You know? So.
I know a lot of people take selfies with the corpse as well.
I had one guy said, since you didn't show up, I'm texting you a picture. And before I say, don't send me nothing, there he is, just show me pictures of him in the box. I called that guy up, and I'm not going to lie to you, I cussed his ass out. You don't send me pictures of that.
Yeah, that's weird. To have the picture is weird, in my opinion.
And he was like, oh, since you didn't show up and you couldn't pay your respect.
People probably thought there was a glitch right now on the stream.
Yeah, no, I was just like, nah, bro. So I pay my respects differently. So as far as Lincoln goes, the plot was foiled before the coffin could fully be removed, leading to the robber's arrest, right? But this is where they did, including like you mentioned, the steel cage around the coffin. And it highlighted the era's criminal underworld and fears of desecrating national icons. I saw a little video that was explaining what they were doing back in the day to try to stop grave robbers. And what they would do is they'll put basically like a little mortar in the body's armpit. Really?
Yeah. And they would tie it to the lid. So if someone opened the lid, it would basically explode and light the dude up with almost probably like a shotgun shell, just a bunch of pellets and their BBs in there.
Kind of like what they do with money. Have you ever seen those things that like people rob banks and they take off and when you open it?
Yeah, exactly. Except it killed you.
Oh, it was meant to kill you?
Yeah, it was meant to take you out if you opened a grave.
Wow.
That was bad. I feel like all that stuff happened in like Western times, but probably not. It probably happened a lot closer in time than we think. Even grave robbing, I feel like it was only a Western thing. But you're telling me they try to do it to Elvis? They probably try to do it all the time still.
I believe that. And I believe there's people at mortuaries that they probably bring in the body. He's probably got a wall. He's probably got money to keep that shit.
Of course. What else are they going to do with it?
You know, we give it to the family. Yeah, the empty wallet.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what happened. It was just...
His ID's still there.
Yeah, that's the only thing there. Everything else is licked clean.
He was in Vegas before.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, in Indonesia, I think, in Indonesia, they exhume bodies and they unwrap them and they put them in new linen, you know, and dress them up every 3 years. Every 3 years, they exhume the bodies of their ancestors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and people that have died, and they bring them up, they dress them in new clothes, and then they rebury them.
Well,
no way.
Yeah.
That's...
Okay, I want to read this one. Shady Boy 12 said, Tony, what you know about Las Momias de Guanajuato? Well, The first time that I ever heard of Las Momias de Guanajuato was through my parents, and there was actually a movie called Las Momias de Guanajuato where these mummies came to life, and they actually wrestled wrestlers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because in Mexico, wrestling is huge, or at least it was huge for me when I was a kid. And then you had like, I'll just name some. I'm not saying that they were in this movie, but you had like El Santo, Mil Máscaras, Solitario, Huracán Ramirez, Blue Demon. These were like Mexican legends. And some of these guys were in these movies. They wore capes, they wore the mask. They had the whole thing. Like, see, everybody was all crazy over Rey Mysterio.
Dude, I loved Rey Mysterio.
Every wrestler back then, that was them. So all he did was just take...
Yeah, he took and brought it to America, basically.
Brought it to America, and then everybody's like, oh, my God. When I used to see those guys in Mexico, like, oh, my God.
Yeah, that's cool. What about Nacho Libre?
Yeah, Nacho Libre. Supposedly that's a true story. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. Supposedly that is a true story.
Okay, but I do know that about Las Momias de Guanajuato, and I heard it when I was a kid. If you guys get a chance, Google it if you guys don't know, but it was wrestlers came out in that movie.
619.
Mil Máscaras right there. I actually saw a lot of those guys wrestle when I was a kid. They came to the LA Convention Center, and my dad would take us. I got to see Huracán Ramirez. There was another guy named TNT. There was a guy named Tinieblas. El Solitario was supposed to come, but he didn't make it. But there was I got to see Andre the Giant wrestle when he was here at the Olympic Auditorium.
Because my dad was against.
He was wrestling against two guys that were called Hollywood Blondes.
I've seen them.
Okay, the Hollywood Blondes, and they had this Asian karate guy with them. So it was 3-on-3, and he had two guys named Gorman y Goliath. Okay, so it was Andre the Giant with Gorman y Goliath against Hollywood Blondes and this karate dude. But let me tell you something, man. You've never experienced Mexican wrestling like this because everybody's going crazy in that arena. It was so loud.
That sounds cool.
The tents was so loud you could feel the ground shaking, bro.
And where was this at again?
Olympic Auditorium. But now it's actually a Korean Christian church.
I honestly, I don't even think I've heard of the Olympic Auditorium.
Oh, and it's very historic, bro.
Where is it? What's it off of?
Take the 110 and you make a slight left onto the 10 East.
Yeah.
And it's right there.
Really?
Yeah. But it's not there no more. It's a Korean Christian church now.
Is the building still like there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You can Google everything and it'll show you Chavez fought there. De La Hoya fought there. Everybody fought there. Everybody wrestled there too. Yeah, there was a lot of parties thrown there too. But it was kind of like a cutthroat sports place. Like you go in there, you might get into most likely get into some shit.
Wow.
So,
someone said George has TDS. I agree.
George has TDS. What is TDS?
Trump derangement syndrome.
Oh, los rudos y los técnicos. Sí, los rudos. Los rudos would be like people that pretty much fought dirty. Este güey's rudo, like he doesn't fight safe. Well, he doesn't play. Because los rudos, in English it's rude, but when you call somebody rudo in Espanol, it's like saying this guy's a dirty fighter.
Oh, okay.
So
in wrestling,
yes, in wrestling. So that's the best way I can explain it, guys. Sorry, I'm not trying to get into.
Remember those little like lion creatures in Nacho Libre?
Oh yeah.
My daughter looks like that when she wakes up in the morning. It's just the hair's all like it's hilarious. She's all little.
Yeah. Okay. Remember, what's his name? The guy that he was gonna wrestle, the main guy, Ramses.
Yeah, Ramses is no dancing.
That's how all those Mexican wrestlers looked.
Just huge,
like that. Yeah. They weren't cut up. They were like husky, bulky buffs.
Dudes.
Yeah. But anyways, guys. So now back to Abraham Lincoln. So even back then, they thought about taking his body and holding him up for ransom. Now think about this: who was they going to hold that ransom to? His family?
Probably the government. I'm assuming the government would have paid it if it was caught. I still trip out that the Secret Service was like already fit. Like the fact that they were that dialed in back then. Like, oh, you see, we're hearing about these guys that are trying to take Abraham Lincoln's body. You see, like just back then in 1876. Right. like, imagine that.
That was actually pretty good.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Okay. Now, you have another one, right?
Yeah. Did you know that they tried to rob Charlie Chaplin's corpse?
No, but you know what? I'm a Charlie Chaplin fan, and I'm going to tell you, Robert Downey Jr. played a great role playing Charlie Chaplin.
That's what kind of put him on the map, right? Before he went a little loony again?
Yeah, he's a great, you know, where I lost respect for Robert Downey Jr., he was in a movie called Less Than Zero. And he was pretty much a freaking crackhead, okay? And he played an amazing crackhead.
Well, didn't it translate into real life?
Yes, okay? But real life was heroin.
He's a martial artist in real life, too.
And this guy in movies was getting it on. Like you didn't necessarily see him getting it on, but you knew that the guy that was giving him the crack was pimping him like, hey, someone's waiting in the room. I can't do this. And he would light it up, shh, and he would like, okay. And he would do it because he was a fiend. And then there's a part at the very, very end where I could not have done this. I don't care how much they pay you or you think you're a good actor. Some guy was sitting down and he was between his legs pretending he was blowing them.
Jesus.
But I'm like, nah, bro.
Less Than Zero. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
My favorite Robert Downey Jr. role is him. He did an amazing role in Tropic Thunder.
I didn't like that movie, bro.
What?
Everybody likes that movie. I just didn't find it like that, bro.
Oh, man.
That's just me.
All right.
But
smash the like button if you like Tropic Thunder.
But Charlie Chaplin, my dad introduced me to Charlie Chaplin. He was dope. Okay, so let's finish that up.
He had a cool mustache, huh? Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah.
Film legend Charlie Chaplin. He died in 1977.
Oh, wow. Same year that Elvis.
That's true, yeah. Buried in the cemetery in Corsier-sur-Vevey, Switzerland. In March 1978, two Polish mechanics, Roman Wardez and Gancho Ganev, exhumed his coffin and hid it in a cornfield about a mile away, demanding a $600,000 ransom from his widow, O'Neill Chaplin.
Okay, so that one was actually successful then.
Yeah, that's what it reads. They exhumed it and hid it a mile away in a cornfield. Yeah. He had 8 kids?
I never even bothered looking into that. The
family refused to pay and cooperated with police, who used the widow's phone line to trace the calls. The robbers were arrested after 11 weeks, leading police to the reburied coffin via a tip about a freshly dug earth. So probably whoever owned the cornfield or whatever. So like, hey, this dirt looks fresh. And they just sentenced them to prison. But, I think Switzerland sentences aren't, it's not like here.
Bro,
they get off easy.
Bro, can you imagine somebody pulling up to your house after you guys attend the funeral? Okay? Say you guys attend a funeral. Hours later, your buddy who attended the funeral with you pulls up to your house and he says, hey, Rick, can you come outside? And you're like, why, what's up? Come here, I just want to show you something. Okay. Look at right there. What? Open up the back seat. Okay. Who's that? And he goes, he's sleeping. Who is it? And then you remove it, and it's the guy's funeral that you guys just went to. I just took his body.
That's crazy. That quick, imagine. Yeah, that's crazy. They ended up burying him in a concrete vault.
Oh, yeah?
Reburial, yeah. $600,000 in 1977. What does that equate to today?
Yeah. Okay, let me give you guys a quick story, okay? And this will probably be the only time I share this. I said I don't do good amongst the dead, okay?
Yeah.
There was a time where Tupac passed away, okay?
Okay.
Meaning everybody was talking about it. Is he going to live? Is he going to live? Is he going to live? That's what they were saying. He was in stable condition with the Las Vegas shooting.
Okay.
I knew a guy very, very, very well. Let me speak to you guys. I knew a guy very, very well. Still know him. He was in Vegas, and a friend of Pac's, and he went in. He was allowed to see him. And they were giving friends, I guess, an opportunity pretty much just to say goodbye. He was already deceased. but they hadn't released it yet. Okay. And this guy snuck in those small Sony cameras. Okay. And he took pictures of him. Okay. I had a youngster friend that I was kind of like mentoring in a sense. And he was convinced. He was one of these guys, the government's keeping him alive and they're just telling us he's dead. He's really alive. He was one of those guys, like today, like if you see something on YouTube, and you go, it's all over YouTube, and you just believe it because somebody uploaded it.
Yeah. If it's online, it must be true.
Yeah. If it's online, it must be true. He was convinced. So I introduced him to one of Pac's friends, Money B. I interviewed him here. And I said, can you tell him that Pac is a done deal? And he said, Pac's a done deal, bro. You got to let him rest now. Let him go. When we left, this youngster told me, you don't think like the government might have paid him off to say that? He was just one of these kids that just wanted to believe in some type of conspiracy, bro. Yeah. Like it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. There's a reason. So you got to understand that when they're saying this, something else is going on the other side.
Yeah.
There's none of that, bro. There's none. I couldn't convince him anymore. So one day I took him to my buddy's house and I said, can you do me a favor, bro? Can you show him what you showed me?
Oh, no way.
And he showed it to him. That was when he finally let it go.
I used to be like that. I used to think there were so many conspiracies that tied to everything. And then you just realize, just people suck and they're pretty out there about it.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, when he told me, here, grab this. And I was like, okay. He goes, open it. Yeah. It goes, slide. And I saw it. I was like, at first I wanted to believe that it was fake. I said, what the hell is this? Let me tell you something. It's not a pretty sight when you see somebody's chest all open.
Shoot.
Okay. Those bullets literally tore everything open. There was no way he was going to make that.
They lit him up that much?
Yes, there was no way. And then I think Alex, the guy, Keefe D, okay, he said earlier this year, he said, bragging on a podcast, I'm the one that handed the guy the gun, whether it's true or not, I don't know. And then he says, you should have seen Pac. He was in the car breakdancing. He was making fun of him, bro. Yeah, bro. Literally, those bullets just tore everything up. There was no way he was going to survive. But yeah, but this kid, I didn't want him to go into life thinking that everything was a conspiracy.
I know people like that now, and I love conspiracies. I like to think I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I've read so far into all of them that you just get to a point where you're like, it's not that deep.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
But we are sitting on the back of a turtle. That is the Earth. It's on a turtle's back.
I saw a meme one time, and it was a cat on a laptop like this, okay? And it said, I came here to find recipes. 3 hours later, 911 was the inside job.
Wow. That was tough for me.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, be a whole podcast.
But what I'm saying is they can go through a rabbit hole when it comes.
Yeah, easily.
The argument was jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. But yeah.
Look.
Yeah, that was the argument.
I do not believe everything that we have heard about 9/11 as far as what they say that the attackers were. I think that there's a lot more nefarious than we're led to believe.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay. I'm going to say one thing and then I'm going to walk away from it, okay?
Okay, but you have to stay seating.
Yes.
Okay. Don't get up. That'd be awkward.
I had friends that were in downtown New York when that happened. Okay?
Tell me more.
On a flip phone, I've seen it. He recorded the second plane going.
Okay.
Those were planes. I don't believe none of that hologram crap.
Oh, I believe they were planes. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
They were planes.
I believe that.
Okay. Because people were saying, no, those weren't planes. They were holograms. Bro, the guy saw it. Another guy that I know saw it from his hotel room.
Yeah, but no, I do think they are planes. I don't doubt that at all. The fact that people doubt that is crazy to me. Come on, holograms, dude. In 2001, like they weren't that good. Relax.
Right.
Secondly, Building 7's weird. Can we be honest? You know what Building 7 is, right?
Yes.
That's weird. How does that go down, Tony?
It's freaky. I'm not here. I have the answers. I'm just saying that they were planes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you think you agree that it's a little weird, all that 9/11 stuff?
And a lot of certain people that usually go to work that day didn't go.
They were tipped off.
Something.
No, they were tipped off. I do know that. Okay. I'll tell you afterwards.
Where were they from?
I know I'm not going to say nothing because it's just going to bring more hate on them.
He just dead giveaway.
So stop. Okay.
But aside from that, and for those of you that might not know, because some people, I'm actually blown away by how much people don't know about 9/11. There's a building called Building 7 that fell.
Okay, we're not going to get into it. I told you I'm going to say it and walk away.
No. I'm not.
We're going from grave robbers to plane robbers.
Up anyone. I'm just saying it's weird that it fell. That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's weird that it fell.
Yeah. Don't believe everything that Nick Fuentes says either.
Who's that?
Iago. You know that guy that did the voice for Iago?
I know who Nick Fuentes is. No, but I mean, dude, I remember getting handed the DVD called Loose Change, and like you were holding it like it was like it was when the Ark of the Covenant opens up, and I remember putting it in the DVD player, and it's like if anyone finds out that you have this, like you can go to prison.
I'm gonna share something with you guys. Okay, this is off topic, and since you started this, I'm gonna say this.
All right, dude. You don't need to finger
I know
point.
people are gonna get their panties in a bunch, but I don't care. When the children of Israel rebelled against God, you know who God will use?
Tell me.
To take them into captivity?
Tell me.
Their enemies. Their enemies. Whenever they would misbehave and turn their back on God, God will take his hand of protection, let the enemies come in. Okay? I saw a videotape during that time, I don't know how old it was, where Osama bin Laden was being translated. And here's what he said. Your God told me to do this. Your God told me to do this. Okay? If America turns her back on God, what does he do? He removes his hands of protection.
Freaky tales.
Yes, we'll leave it at that. Okay, so Abraham Lincoln, Charlie Chaplin, Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Have all tried to, and then you got Egyptian, pharaohs that have
Also,
people.
Enzo Ferrari, they tried to steal his body in 2019.
Who's that?
Enzo Ferrari. That's his name. Enzo Ferrari.
I don't know who it is.
I think he owned a Ferrari.
Oh, actually, the Ferrari dude?
Look at one guy fell for it. Look at Bible
it was a
Talk
rapper.
with Tony never fails. He gets his panties in a bunch, bro.
Yeah, every time.
And think about this. If it's a lie, why are you mad?
That dude is always mad.
Yeah.
It's
Anyways.
awesome. But thanks for tuning in.
Okay, we're just going to go ahead and, you know what? Go to...
We need to have a 9/11 Freaky Tales.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Doing calls?
Alex, yeah, let me know. Am I connected?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and put the number up.
Okay. Smiley Z says SCA, the dude that's always mad,
right,
wants an episode 365.
Okay, here we go right here. Caller, your name. I already know who you are. Talk to me.
Oh, yeah. Tony A. Freaky Tales, Ricky J. Alex Cervantes. These are from Paris.
What's up, Caesar?
Cesar, ¿cómo estás?
We are doing blessed. We are doing beautiful. Everybody take a look at the moon. It's smiling right back at you. Alex Cervantes in the back. How you doing? Everybody get to Cervantes Enterprises and go get your thermostat housing gaskets replaced and replace them with the high temp RTV. He'll go hook you up. Mickey J. Let me see. Shout out to the crash test. Shout out to the crash test mommy out there. Good looking out, moms. Let me see. We were all over the place today. Shout out special shout out to George Lopez's blown out nose. Oh, imagine the girl squeezing all the blackheads on that. Ooh, woo! Good time. Good time. Let me see what else we got here. Okay, how many bodies? Okay, let's talk about cemeteries, body snatching and whatnot.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Now, before anything else, body snatching, okay, is illegal. But guess what is not illegal all over 49 states? 49 states of the United States does not have no specific anti-cannibalism statutes. In other words, cannibalism is not illegal. So
No
everybody
way.
get their carnitas ready. Oh, yeah, look it up, baby. How many bodies can a cemetery handle or have before removing them from the plots? That's another good. It could be 50 years or 100 years, depending on your contract. And if you're lucky enough to have a Catholic cemetery, they keep you forever. So you're gonna be getting filleted daily over there at the Catholic place. I'll tell you that right now. But other than that, let's give a shout out to the luchadores out there, the old luchadores. But Cesar from Paris is more a WWE type of guy. Shout out to the Olympic Auditorium. Of course, shout out to the Anaheim Convention Center, where I first saw Demolition and I first saw the Legion of Doom. Woo! Now, let's give a quick shout out, man. Leaping Lanny Poffo, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Tito Santana, Bad News Brown, Hillbilly Jim, Honky Tonk Man, the Junkyard Dog, Ravishing Rick Rude, Adrian Adonis, the Tugboat, Earthquake, Mr. Fuji, and Sensational Sherry. Woo! And throwing a dead China just to round it all up. These are from Paris. And I'm out.
Bro, it's impressive that he can go like that.
It is.
You almost think he has a script.
No. He's just freestyling. He sends me videos every day, bro.
No, yeah. I'm just saying. That's how
Caller,
impressive
your
it is.
name and where are you calling from? Caller.
What's up, Tony? Lotta from West Texas.
Gladys, how are you tonight?
Doing good, man. Just listening to the show, and I wanted to let you know that Texas fools throw bodies in the middle of a ranch and watch them rot. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, the University of Texas in Austin has one of 7 different ranches across the United States. They're called corpse farms. Physics studies. So people who donate their bodies to science, sometimes they'll take these corpses and they throw them all around like a field or, different kind of settings and watch the decomposition, watch them decompose, watch how the elements kind of, overtake them. Animals come and eat them. Sometimes they'll make like a fake murder scene. They'll throw like a mattress over a dead body to try and conceal it, and watch how quickly or slowly it decomposes versus just being like out in the elements. So we have a corpse farm out here. It's in San Marcos, Texas. And it's, you walk around there and then people have said, it smells, you feel like puking as soon as you approach it.
Wow.
I've heard of this, actually. I remember I've seen it on Discovery Channel when I was a kid, but I didn't know it was in Texas primarily. But yeah, I've seen, for that reason, mostly it was like for a crime scene investigation where they want to see how a body rots and all that stuff so they can try to determine how long it's been dead.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's for. It's for like forensic investigations and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Have you gone to it?
I have not gone to it. I've just heard about it, and I've seen some videos about it, and it's a kind of crazy. It's a crazy scene if you can imagine it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good.
probably reeks, bro. I can only imagine what it smells like. It smells like Skid Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gladys, when you coming back out here?
Well, like I told you, I'm probably gonna try and make it out there. I don't know, spring around, give or take.
Okay.
2 months. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know when you come out.
I'd love to come. Hey, I'd love to come out there and maybe make an appearance on Freaky Tales or whatever you got going.
Yeah, Freaky Tales would be dope, bro. Freaky Tales would be dope because last time you were here after dark, and we had some nice whiskey shots.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, hey, I'll keep in touch, and we'll go ahead and do that.
Absolutely. All right, brother. We'll talk soon. Okay,
right.
Peace. Okay, let's see. The phone lines are now open once again. 323-659-1850. 323-659-1850. Here we go right here. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Jerry from Compton.
Jerry from Compton. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
All good, my bro. Do you have a question or a comment?
A quick question.
Yeah.
Okay, probably not related, but have you ever had a dream that you passed away before? Like, you know how they say, like, when you die in a dream, you die in real life?
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to comment from you. What do you think about that?
I've never had a dream that I've died. I've had dreams that I've been stabbed, that I was shot, and I knew with those shots I should have been dead. But for some reason, I didn't die in my dream. Now, I've been shot at close range. I want to say maybe 3 to 4 feet away. The guy unloaded, and the honest to God truth, I was never hit.
Oh, really?
No, I'm dead serious when I say that. I don't play around like that, bro. But I was shot at close range, and my car got all the bullets, but I didn't get hit, and the guy was pointing it right at my face. So
that was God right there.
Yeah, I truly do believe that was God's protection. But in my dreams, like I said, I've been shot at, and I felt, in my dream that I knew I was shot several times and even stabbed several times, but I just never died in my dream. So.
Okay, the only reason I say that about the dream is because in the dream I died, but literally my dream went blank. It's kind of like my dream just went black. Like, it's kind of like I never existed. I don't know if you get me.
I get you. But you know
I
what?
was like, that's crazy.
You do exist, bro, and you were born for a purpose. So yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Another question. Well, you know about the lucid dreaming, right?
Yes, I believe we talked about that here a little bit.
Do you know how to induce them? Because I found out a way, because I have a lot of like sleep paralysis. I found out the way to induce them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you sleep on your arm, right? So once you find out you're falling asleep, you find out you have a nightmare. It's the way your body wakes you up, right? By giving you nightmares, right?
Right.
So once you figure out you're having a nightmare, you realize in the dream it's a nightmare, and you find out a way to like snap out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point you start lucid dreaming, and you get to do whatever you want in those dreams.
Yeah, I've had those a lot. I've noticed that every time I had sleep paralysis, I was always sleeping on my right side.
Okay.
And then when you have those type of dreams, that's where you know you're asleep. You know you're asleep. You also know you're dreaming, and then that's what you said. You can get up and do whatever you want. Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Oh, okay. And by the way, okay, I've seen online too. Okay, you know when you have a dream?
Yes.
You know you're dreaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. Have you ever asked the person in that dream? Have you ever told them that you're dreaming?
No.
If you give me like, say you're sleeping and you're dreaming, next time that happens to you, ask the person in your dream, I know I'm dreaming, and see what their reaction is, because I've seen online that supposedly you're never supposed to ask that question, because at that point it's not even you, like in that dream world, it's somebody else in that dream world. If you get me.
Yeah, no, I never heard of that, bro. No, I've never bothered to ask, about that. Like, ask somebody in my dreams, do you know I'm dreaming or whatever.
Because imagine that's gonna break the mold, right? Because like I'm saying, like you're dreaming, but the person in your dream is part of your dream, but you kind of stop and ask the person another question, like serious question. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, no, I never asked anybody that. Now, I've had dreams where I'm talking to deceased friends and I know that they're already passed away. You know, and one thing that I would never bring up is tell them, hey, you know, you're not alive anymore, right? Like, I stay away from that question.
Would you talk to them assuming that they know they're gone?
Yes.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, but all good, caller, man. Thank you for that. That was a different question.
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay. Oh, I'm watching you live right now, so I'm gonna see it right now in a bit, or
Yeah.
All good.
Oh, by the way, sorry. I live alone, and somebody lived in my house. I seen them die in front of me, and then when I go to sleep, sometimes I always see them in my dreams, like all the time, like all the time.
Okay. All good.
I live right here in Compton, California.
All good.
And I've actually seen you right there at the gym in Carson, Carson right there on 24.
Oh, okay. You know, it's funny. You ever walk up to me?
Oh no, because I feel like I don't want to interrupt your session because like, you know, people don't want to get bothered when you're doing your session, you know. So.
That's a real gym bro right there.
Oh, good, my bro. Thank you for that.
Okay. Well, hope you guys have a good night. I love the show. I've been watching the show for maybe like 4 years plus now. I watch it when I go to sleep and I wake up to it, by the way.
Nice.
And I hear the podcast when I'm working because I'm a FedEx worker. So I hear that shit all the time, like on the earphones and everything.
All good, my brother. Thank you, man. I truly appreciate that.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Okay,
have a good night.
Good night, brother. Thank you. Did he say someone died in front of him, in front of his apartment? In his apartment. It's crazy.
Okay, callers. Let's keep these things going. Here it is right here. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
What's up, Tony? This is the zombie DJ from Yuma, Arizona.
Oh, good, my bro. How you doing?
You're good, man. I'm the one that sent you that one picture with the vine on the neck.
With the what?
With the vinyl on the neck.
Oh, you know what, dude? I was trying to find your page again to post it and tag you, and I couldn't. I was like, okay, where? Did you delete the message or something?
No, bro. I kept the message on there. No, I don't even think bro. It's just right there, dude. But
okay.
yeah, dude, I sent you that picture. I'm the zombie DJ.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah.
But got a freaky story for you.
Go for it.
So a few years ago, I was dating had a little sugar mama.
Nice.
She owned the mortuary here in Yuma.
Uh-huh.
She owned it. So 2 occasions, bro. I got to go in there and do a little maintenance work. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So we got it, bro. We got it on the where they show the caskets, bro. They have like the half a casket on the walls,
mm-hmm.
and they have a table like in the middle. Yo, man, that place was creepy, but she was, hey, man, she needed some maintenance, and I had to give her some maintenance, and I had to give her in her, you know, at the mortuary, bro. But that place was creepy, bro, because she told me that she would see like shadows around the place right there, and down the hallway, there was always a person that would stand right at the end, like a dark like figure.
Really?
And I remember you said something that was like darker than the dark.
Yes.
And I remember she said it was darker than dark, and I was like, oh damn, I remember you said that. But yeah, man, freaky tale right there.
Yeah, that's somewhere where I would not be getting freaky at.
Yeah, dude, that's.
But hey, I'm glad you
freaky maintenance.
Yeah, that was a freaky place for a freaky tale. Freaky place.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
All right, my bro.
Hope you got that a good Halloween. It was awesome.
It was
I got
awesome.
down on the turntables out here. Gave candy to the kids.
Awesome, my bro. Thank you for that, man. Thank you for calling in.
Getting down on the turntables. You guys have a good night. Peace.
All right, my brother. Peace.
Peace out, brother.
Okay, let's go.
Freaky maintenance.
Here we go.
A lot of callers.
Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Jason, Southern Colorado.
Southern Colorado. How you doing out there, man? How's the weather out there?
It's pretty warm.
Okay.
Getting colder.
Okay. What's on your mind?
A couple things I want to share.
Okay.
I just want to share. You talk about pharmaceutical companies. If you break down the pharmaceutical company AstraZeneca into it's a Latin-based 3 words. It means road to death. And I just wanted to share too that the grave robbing topic that is rumored that the Bush family stole Geronimo's skull for whatever reason to join the Skull and Bones fraternity.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, I just want to know. Yeah, if you guys ever heard of anything like that's been passed along.
No, that's super interesting, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to share those couple things with you guys.
Caller, let me ask you this. Is this your first time calling?
Yes, sir.
How long now? Well, let me ask you this question. How long have you been watching Freaky Tales and how did you hear of us?
I've been watching for about a couple years now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just stand back and watch. And when I feel like have something to speak on, I'll call in first time.
Okay. Okay. And how was it that you just heard of it? You just came across our page on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. That'll
That's
work.
cool.
That'll work. I appreciate you, man. I truly appreciate the first time callers.
Yeah, I come across your other channel first and then come across this and I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, all good, man. All good. We're going to go live back on Rhodium Radio eventually soon before this year is up.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
All good, my brother. Thank you, man, for taking the time to call in.
All right. Thank you.
All right, brother. Peace. All right. Let's go. We can take a couple of more phone calls. I like the quick ones like that. Gives everybody an opportunity to call in if they want. Piping a cougar in the mortuary full of bodies. Que vatos. Que vato. Pharmaceutical company as well. It was over the news, wasn't. Okay, here we go. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, brother? It's a brother from Stockton.
Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing tonight, man?
Blessed, brother. Just right here at work, but I want to just call real quick and just say what's up to my people. And I had a question for both of you.
Yes.
So, like, hey, brother, you like, I know you both know, brother, but you know how like Jesus was tempted by the enemy in the desert.
Yeah.
I always get like curious about how like the desert is, man, and what it looks like and how it looks from far away because about 2 weeks ago, brother, I was out in Yuma, Arizona too, visiting family and because my grandma, she was about 85 and she went to be with the Lord. So she went, she went and she went peacefully, man. But like Pops and I, we drove up there from Stockton, brother, and it was about a 10-hour drive. And once we got there and we spent time out there, I always look like towards the desert. And it looks like, man, it's beautiful, but it looks like, it reminds me of that story. And like I was talking to my cousins out there, brother, about when Jesus was tempted. And like, but I had a question, like, do you guys have like any stories or maybe like, what are your thoughts on the paranormal in the desert? And like, why do you think like a lot of like singers and people in music, like the Eagles, they use like imagery that looks like satanic, brother? Like, you guys think that there's like paranormal or like demonic activity in the desert because of that?
Yeah, but I don't really want to get into all that, bro. But I understand what you're saying.
Nah.
Let me just say this, okay?
Yeah.
Let me say something.
Yeah.
Okay, and then because, okay, Jesus talked about when a spirit leaves a person when you cast it out, it says that it goes into where? Dry places.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does Satan meet Jesus at? A desert, a dry place. Okay.
Yep.
Then it says that then the spirit would come back and realize that his home had been cleaned. In other words, this spirit referred to this woman or to this person as a home, because that's where that evil spirit lived. He found it clean and it wasn't filled. So you know what he did? He brought back 7 more demons that were more wicked. And that person was left even worse than before. And they came from dry places. That's all I'm going to say, bro.
Yeah.
So I can go deeper into that, but I am not. So.
That was good.
And what about our boy? Like, what does he think? What does he think about it?
Me? Oh no, yeah. I agree with Tony, brother.
Bro?
I agree with that exactly, actually. 100%.
Yeah.
I think that there's a reason why it's barren places and they call Jesus living water.
Yeah. Because you know, when I was out there, man, like when I was out there and me and Pops were like driving back home, we passed through the desert. I was like, man, I'm gonna call up like Freaky Tales one day and one night and ask, like, hey, like, you think like stuff like weird stuff happens in the desert, or you know, like alien encounters or UFOs, you know, like, man, like I look towards the desert, man, and just like all kinds of stories, like biblical stories that come to my mind. But I appreciate it though, man.
All good, my bro. Thank you.
All right.
Peace.
All right. All right.
Tony A can't wait to break out Bible study. And you can't stop complaining. Anyways, I think that's about it.
Wah.
Yeah,
there's a few stories about people that walk into the desert
and
never return. On YouTube, there's a guy that was looking for this thing called the M Cave. If you guys ever want to look it up, and he disappeared.
What?
And they're still looking for him.
Well, if it's on YouTube, it must be real.
Well, there's people that went out there looking for him too.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
There's some crazy stuff that happens like that, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So today we talked about grave robbers, and we talked about Charlie Chaplin, Elvis,
Abraham Lincoln,
and we got into a little bit of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Alice, you got anything over there for us? Okay.
Check it out, man.
Show Tony this Freaky Tales. Okay. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody on the live chat, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat, everybody who liked, comment, subscribed, unsubscribed, then subscribed again, just so they can chat tonight. Other than that, I just want to thank you guys. Had a great time. Had a great weekend. Tomorrow, guys, I'm going to be I'm going to be leaving here kind of early. I'm going to the Dodgers parade.
Sick. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to the Dodge Parade. I'm going to film it, guys, and I'll film at least, 10 minutes worth of footage so you guys can see how crazy it is over there. I'm going to put it on my other podcast just to give it to you guys. But, here's what I said. I didn't go to the one last year, okay? And my thing is, like, I don't know when they're ever going to win another one. You would just never know.
They're the first team I heard they were the first team.
Like 25 years or whatever.
Yeah, and the Yankees was the last.
Yeah, so my thing is this, that I'm going to enjoy while I still have some life in me. So I can be able to say, I was there. And then release it to the YouTube universe, and it's out there forever.
The Laker parades were lit when I was a kid.
Yes, Tony A's memories are right there for you guys. So, but yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that, guys. That's my plans for tomorrow. Other than that, I had a great time tonight. I always do want to thank the callers. I want to thank everybody, who participated today, who asked questions, who got their clown on. We love you guys. Thank you. We're having fun here. Rick, any last words?
Nope. Shout out to my beautiful wife, my 4 beautiful children, and have a good evening, everyone.
All good. You know what? We're going to leave the live chat going for at least another good 3 minutes. So you guys can go in there and have fun, flirt, talk, whatever you guys want to do. So other than that, once again, congratulations to the Dodgers. If you guys are out there tomorrow, let me know, okay? Let me know. Maybe we'll meet up there. All right. You guys have a blessed night.
You guys have fun in that live chat.
Unpleasant dreams. And we're out of here. you.